What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel and to this review of iZotope's mastering plugin Ozone 10. And what can you say about Ozone that hasn't been said before? But with this release they added a few cool new things that I think will spark a lot of people's interest. So what I wanted to do is master a song with Ozone, using Ozone 10 and see what we get, see how easy it is, see what the sound quality is, and yeah, see if this is something that I would use and then obviously you would use as well in your productions, in your mixes as your final stage. Or of course, if you want to be a digital mastering engineer and apply something like this to clients songs. So first of all, what I have here is a mix that I did a while back. It's for it's an artist called Rocco, and this is the last chorus, kind of the most intense bit of the song.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy.
What I want to do before anything else is hit play and let the mastering assistant do its thing.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Na 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 na.
So what Ozone 10 does is it listens to your song and then it applies a bunch of parameters under the hood based on specific genres. So it listened to this, it was R&B soul. I'm happy with that. It could have been hip hop in terms of what's happening in the background as well, but in this case it went for R&B soul, and there's a lot of stuff happening under the hood, and you can click here to the detailed view to actually see what's going on. But let's stick to this one, hit play and see what it's actually doing.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy.
Obviously it's not necessarily a fair comparison because there is the volume compensation that we need to take into account, but it does do something to the overall mix to make it a bit wider, a bit more balanced tonally, and let's actually see what it's doing. So the first thing that we notice is a bit of a smiley face EQ. It added 2.5 dBs at 43 Hertz, and then a bit of a bump at 118, then a dip at 2K, this dip minus 0.2 at almost 3.5K. It doesn't really matter that much, and then a really high shelf, but it's only 4 dBs at 17K. So let's listen to what it does before and after this.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you.
Yeah, so you can really hear that top end. It's just a bit more sizzle. It sounds more like a record. Then we get to the stabilizer, which is a new module, and this is similar to Gullfoss in the sense that it analyzes the spectrum and aims to balance it and get everything sounding as in line with its R&B soul reference as possible. So let's have a listen to what it does here.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Don't let the crowd ya.
And as you can see, it's dynamically moving, so it's not a static EQ curve, it's moving. And you can tell it that you want less or more of these specific bands, low, mid, and high, the amount of it, maybe you want more.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy.
Or less, of course, the speed and the smoothing. So if you want more of a notch approach or more of a flowing wide brushstroke, you can also apply these corrections somewhat instantly, so according to the transient.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made
As you can see, it's a completely different response and a different sound. And this is applying the process as a shape, but it can also just cut. So if you select cut, it's just gonna cut resonances.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl?
And we can actually listen to what it's doing to the signal. There's a delta, there's the difference between what you have and what it's doing.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I know when you're happy.
So it's getting rid of that. And this is an extremely powerful tool, especially on the cut function. It almost acts as soothe, just tames some of the harsh stuff. So I can imagine adding this to a vocal and yeah, just taming some of the really harsh stuff that some recordings have. So an incredibly powerful tool, this new stabilizer module. We then move to another one, which is the impact module. This is a really cool module. It expands or compresses the dynamics of specific bands that of course you can move around to your heart's content. And it's different than the multi-band, which you already have here, because you can select different bands for the compressor. It's kind of a micro version of that. And let's just have a listen to what it does here.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Don't let the crowds crowd ya. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I know.
And let's exaggerate it. And I find that it sounds a bit more pronounced if you do it in the upper echelons of the spectrum.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Don't let the crowds crowd ya. Na 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 na. Mama said, who you fooling, girl?
I don't know if you can hear it, but that hi-hat just is brought a bit more forward in the mix.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I
And what you could do with this is also sync it. So this is quite unique. You have the envelope of these compressors not functioning like they by following an attack and release stage in milliseconds. They do so rhythmically, so you can create these interesting, almost pulsating effects of the compressor either compressing or expanding by playing with this. And obviously, yeah, you can go in quite different subdivisions.
Mama said, who you Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're
It's subtle, but it adds a bit of playfulness to the mix. You have these bands dancing around, and some of them are compressing, like the low end is here. Some of them are expanding like a lot, like the top end is here. They can dance around in sync. Let's see what it does with and without the sync engaged.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Don't
It's subtle, but something is different. It's a unique module. I don't think anyone else has done something like this in a mastering plugin. Next one is the imager. Let's see what it's suggested here.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when.
It actually suggested it become a bit more mono. So let's listen to the individual bands. I might go even lower with this one. And make it really mono. Then the next one.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Don't let the crowds cry.
Go higher with this one.
Mama said,
Higher with this one as well.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Don't.
Love that. I'm gonna keep it. Let's see dynamically what it's removing.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? Don't let the crowd. Na, 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 na. Mama said.
So it's just taming some problem regions. It's not as broad brushstrokes as the stabilizer is. It's more focused. It's almost like the C6, the waves one. It just dips certain frequencies. Let's listen to before and after.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Don't let the crowds crowd ya. Na 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 na.
I like what that's doing, and then it's obviously applying the maximizer, the final limiter. We have a ceiling of -3, and then the threshold, it's kind of up to you how much you want to squish this.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you.
I still think that we can add a few more things here. So what I would like to do is a bit of low end focus, just because I feel that that low end is a bit wobbly. So I'm going to put this after the impact.
Mama. Na, 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 na. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you.
Just tightened that low end a bit for me. And then I also want to add a bit of distortion.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Don't let the crowds crowd ya. Na 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 na. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy.
I might put that at the end.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I
I like that. Let's have a listen to before and after.
Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Mama said, who you fooling, girl? I made you. I know when you're happy. Don't let the crowds crowd ya. Na 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 na.
Even with the gain matched, it still elevates everything. There's a lot more detail in the top end. Everything is a bit more focused. The low end is less wobbly. And obviously when you engage that maximizer, the final limiter, it does bring everything to the level of probably nowadays streaming. So that's Ozone 10. That's how easy it is to master a song using Ozone. And it's fascinating how you can apply that sort of automatic processing. You let the assistant listen to the music and then suggest some things, and then you go in, you modify those parameters and then add other modules to just get that final polish on that mix that you've been working so hard on. So I really recommend you give Ozone a go if you haven't already. At this point, it's just an industry standard. So they hit the ground running with Ozone 10. It is a worthwhile upgrade. It has quite a few new modules and improvements under the hood when it comes to all of the standard processes. So let me know what you think about Ozone 10 in the comments below, what you thought about this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching.